The iPhone 17 is here, and so are all of the accessories. I'm showing you all of the cases including Beats, ESR, TAC, dbrand, MOFT, RokForm, Rhinoshield, CaseKoo, MagBak, NOMAD, Andar, and of course, Apple, and how they all look with the iPhone 17 in mist blue. Thanks to all of you for your suggestions for cases to review in the last videos. Now use the chapters below to jump to a specific brand. Now, let's get started. So I've got all the cases shown here, but one important note is that each brand is sponsoring today's video. But unlike other channels, they do not get the right to filter, edit, or even review content before it goes live. So they are watching this at exactly the same time as you are, and these are my own unfiltered opinions. Starting with Apple, by popular request, we have the iPhone 17 clear case. This is the diamond standard for what a clear case should be. First, it's a clear case made of a clear polycarbonate. I'm used to more bulk and rounding around the corners of the clear cases. I actually like that this one is closely shaped to the phone itself. Putting it on the phone, you can see how great this clear case is, letting you show off the color of your phone. The camera bump is slightly risen for added protection, but in a subtle and minimal way. The buttons on the sides are the same plastic material, but extremely responsive and clicky to the touch. The camera control, of course, is sapphire glass, and still allows you to retain pressure and touch sensitivity. On the bottom, you have a full wide cutout that exposes the bottom of the phone, which I was actually critical of in my last video for being so exposed, but I quickly realized, first, it means that it's compatible with any cord that you're using, no matter how wide it is, and second, it is designed that way to let you use the home button more easily, which makes perfect sense. Overall, the case is extremely high quality feeling. I'm used to clear cases feeling silicone, almost rubbery-like, but this one is more refined and polished, and tightly matches the phone's shape for a minimal feel. This is a great first start to the cases in this lineup. Next, we have the silicone case coming in black, with a subtle Apple logo and cutouts for the camera and flash. Putting your phone in the case, you get the MagSafe animation from Apple here that matches the color of the case, and now in iOS 26 you actually have the ability to customize your home screen icons based on the color of the case that you're using, which is totally an Apple level of customization. It is incredible. I really like the way the color pops here against the phone. We've got a slight ring around the camera for added protection. Buttons, as always, are really responsive here. We've got sapphire camera control button for touch sensitivity. Then on the bottom, we've got cutouts for the ports, as well as sections for the Apple strap that you can buy separately for these cases. I'm actually surprised that they opted to have cutouts instead of a full opening like the clear case. It's worth noting that it does make it slightly harder to use the home button than wide open, but the case doesn't raise that far from the screen, so it's definitely not a deal breaker by any means. Overall, this case has a soft touch silicone that feels great. It's a great slim fit for the phone and a low profile case, a prime example of nailing the basics perfectly here. But next up, we've got Beats, a company also now owned by Apple, producing cases with completely different character. We've got the rugged case and the kickstand case. Starting with the rugged case in this blue finish. I was really excited for this case. To see a truly high quality rugged case, but with a unique look adding this grip texture to the bottom half of the phone, it looks great, and it feels great even wrapping around the sides of the phone. Putting the phone in the case, it does not do the MagSafe animation here, even though it is technically made by Apple. Right away you see it has a much larger edge around the screen than the last cases, and much thicker padding around the sides, making sense for a rugged case, of course. The buttons here have a two-tone color against the sides, but the same finish as the rest of the phone. Interestingly, the camera control button has a massive indentation around here, but it actually makes it more comfortable to use when swiping along the button, which still does work through the case. The textured design on the back of this case wraps around the sides and the bottom of the phone where the ports are individual cutouts here. Overall, this case feels incredible, even if it is the most expensive case in today's lineup. I want to say it's slim meets rugged, but really it's only slim when compared to other rugged cases on the market. Look, I think if rugged is your number one criteria and you don't want to sacrifice style, then this one is an awesome choice. Next up, we've got the Beats kickstand case in blue. This one is much simpler design with Beats branding. The material isn't as soft as Apple's silicone. It actually feels a little harder and almost a little cheaper to me. New to this is an additional lanyard in a matching blue color. The bottom of this lanyard has a heavier than expected anchor, which when pulled open doubles as a kickstand. It's flat along one side so that you can set it on a table, open it, and then set the phone in it. It's actually spring-loaded, so when you press it shut, it snaps shut in a satisfying way. But it is worth noting, the kickstand only has one set angle, so you won't be able to adjust it in any way. Putting the phone in the case, you can see how well it goes with this blue iPhone. It's a slim fit, the buttons on the side are responsive, camera control is also on the side. The front is protected by a slight raised edge here so that the phone doesn't get damaged when set down. The button on the bottom of this one is completely cut out and exposed, which is a really interesting choice here because it means the stand can't actually work in portrait mode at all. In fact, in testing, you can only use it on its side in kickstand mode, or technically it's long enough to reach the top of the phone if it's upside down, but that's not extremely sturdy and likely not built to do this. Overall, a decent case, but I can't help but think so many others do a better job of a kickstand at a much cheaper price point. So let's see how the competition stacks up against this one. Next up, we've got ESR. I always recommend them for great cases at a great cost. I've been covering them for like 5 years now. We've got the hybrid magnetic case in clear and clear black. Starting with the clear case, this is more of a silicone finish than the Apple case with an overall similar shape. It's got a silver ring around the camera bump, which looks great when you put the phone in the case. I love the way they've continued to cover around the camera here with a cutout for flash, and the camera ring, which they call a stash stand, actually pulls out and becomes a completely adjustable stand at any angle. It's posable at any angle, which is great to see, and it feels really high quality. But they've really made it style meets function with this one, and it just snaps back into place here. The back of the case is completely clear. Then we get to the sides that have a slight dotted pattern along the sides, the top, and the bottom. The buttons are very responsive, but does have slits along the sides to allow them to move, but also exposes them to dust. The camera control here is glass and allows for touch sensitivity, which is great to see for an affordable option like this. The bottom has precise cutouts here for the ports, and even has spots along the sides and the bottom corners for the strap compatibility. It's functional, and it's just got so many advantages over other clear cases. I love what they've done here. If you don't mind a silicone case, it is an awesome choice. Next up, we've got the black version of the clear case, and this one feels so much more premium right away, with a blacked out stash stand and MagSafe magnet, as well as the matte black sides that provide more grip. Putting the phone in the case, I think it looks incredible. Same great stash stand with added protection around the cameras and flash, same reinforced corners for drop protection, but the sides have a soft touch finish that makes them feel great to hold. The thing I love about ESR is they somehow always reinforce the MagSafe magnets on their accessories, making all of your existing MagSafe accessories work that much stronger. I don't know how they do it, but it is incredible. Let me know in the comments if you prefer the clear case or the clear black case from ESR. Next up, we've got TAC with minimal packaging and the premium case in both Onyx Clear and Diamond Clear. I've included them on the last 2 accessories videos, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about how slim but premium their cases feel. Starting with Diamond Clear option, this is TAC's clear case. It's a completely transparent case with built-in MagSafe. It has a tag here that tells you what they were going for was super thin. With the phone in the case, you can see how great this looks once you take off the plastic. It's got a full cutout on the camera bump, leaving it fully exposed. MagSafe in the middle. We've got cutouts on the bottom for the speaker and the ports. Then in the sides, we have cutouts for the buttons. After testing this for a while, I've got to say the cutouts make it a little difficult to press the buttons. And I kind of wish they covered the buttons so that they would stick out just a little more, otherwise intentionally make it slimmer and then indent the buttons to make them naturally pop. Still, by doing the cutouts, they were able to make this thing super thin while still feeling really premium. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So next up, we've got another premium case, but now in the Onyx Clear color. You're getting the same great case here with everything I just said, the subtle transparency, but now with a dark tint. The camera cutout is here, the black MagSafe magnets instead of white, and the cutouts for the buttons. I actually really like this one a lot. I think it feels really sturdy. Let me know in the comments whether you like the clear or the Onyx option. TAC is a newer addition to the lineup this year, but I have to say their cases are really high quality. I think a lot of people are going to be looking for a clear case this year, and so this provides a really nice option that still exposes the buttons, but protects your phone from reasonable wear and tear. Next up, by popular request, we have the dbrand grip case, a versatile grip case that comes with skins that you can use to customize the back. The case looks unassuming at first, with a plastic back, a slight raised camera bump, nothing special. Putting the phone in the case, it looks just like a simple black case. But then you look at the sides. This is called the grip case after all, and it's got nano-textured pattern, making it really grippy. Each button on the side has a slightly different texture or pattern to it, so you know exactly which button you're pressing. A subtle but great touch. On the sides, there's added rubber for enhanced grip that also just looks great from a style perspective. On the other side, we've got a camera control button that works through the case. Adding a skin to this case is easy, and all of them shown here have a unique texture to them that completely changes the feel of the back of the phone. Applying the skin here, you can see how easily it elevates the case for an overall premium feel. Overall, the case has a lot of added protection and grip, and I think a lot of people will love it. Let me know in the comments if you like this one or if you want to see more dbrand on the channel. Next up, we've got MOFT with their snap case in 3 different colors: Misty Cove, Taupe, and Black. These cases are soft touch vegan leather, and I really love the color palette this year. Starting with the Misty Cove option, this is an incredibly premium feeling case, and I think MOFT knocked it out of the park with this one. With the soft touch back, subtle MOFT branding on the back, a raised ring around the camera bump. Looking at it with the phone inside, you can see how the blue just pops here. On the sides, we have some of my favorite buttons, even above Apple. They have this metal looking finish with beveled edges that reflect light. They feel just as premium as the buttons on the phone, which is exactly what you want if you're going to be covering them up with a case. The camera control here is glass and still allows for pressure and touch sensitivity. And along the bottom, we have cutouts for the speakers and the ports. On the front, you can see it's slightly raised from the screen to help protect the front of the phone, and it overall comes together in an extremely polished design. Next up, we have the taupe option. I'm really liking the contrast here with this one with the blue phone. The color palette this year is toned down and sophisticated, which I think is a perfect contrast with Apple's more bold color choices this year. We've got darker buttons with the same premium feel as the Misty Cove option. I think this looks great. Last up, we've got the black option, which is your most simple and sleek looking. You still get the premium feel, the great buttons, in a package that's much more low key. Let me know if you guys prefer the black, the taupe, or the Misty Cove option in the comments. MOFT also sent a series of their wallets that are MagSafe compatible and huge upgrades over past years. First, we've got the Snap Phone Stand and Wallet, something I've reviewed on the channel years ago, but now with incredibly improved quality. This is a simple 2-card MagSafe wallet with 3.3 pounds of magnetic strength, but then with this origami-like design, you reveal the cards and it becomes a stand for your phone. The folding design lets you prop it up in portrait mode, floating mode, and a lower landscape mode. But then if that's not enough, we've also got the Snap Invisible Phone Tripod Wallet. It's a mouthful. Following a similar thin MagSafe wallet design, fitting up to 2 cards, but with this one you can actually prop up your phone up to 8 inches, perfect for getting higher propped up shots. It also lets you adjust the angle for specific angles. It's really the ultimate creator combo, which I think is awesome. Then last up, another MagSafe wallet variation. This is the Snap Field Wallet, a larger wallet to fit more on the go. It again has this origami-like design that can completely unfold to show off up to 8 cards, but then you also get a SIM card slot, SIM card ejector area, and surrounded by an RFID blocking layer. This is the travel wallet of your dreams, and I think it's so cool that they gave this origami design. This wallet comes in a minimal design that just MagSafes to the back of your phone, and another stand variation with the same great design that also props up to stand on the go. I love the color matching between all of these different accessories and the fact that you can actually make a really large everyday tech accessory lineup out of all of these different options, depending on what you actually use your phone for. Let me know what you guys think of these accessories in the comments. So next up, we've got RokForm, a new accessories brand on the channel this year, and you'll see that with just 2 cases, the crystal and the rugged option, they've delivered on quality, extreme durability, enhanced MagSafe, and a proprietary accessory system. Let's check them out. So starting with the crystal case, we've got some of the most comprehensive packaging here that flips open to explain more about the case, which of course I will get to, and then slides open to reveal details about the case and the accessories, and then the case itself. The case is a clear case, built rugged by design around the camera bump, reinforced corners as well. With the phone inside, it's perfect for seeing through to that deep blue color of the phone. It definitely feels right away like the most premium rugged case I've felt so far. On the sides, we've got raised buttons here, and for the volume, they've actually etched in the plus and minus for a great feel. The camera control is also covered and allows for touch input. The bottom includes cutouts for the ports and speakers. Then on the back, you get to a couple of things here. So you've got the MagSafe ring, an additional magnet mounting surface below for compatible accessories, and then the twist lock, which can be removed, and you can swap it out for a magnetic plug to add to that magnetic functionality, or remove to mount with a compatible rock lock accessory that we will get to later. Flipping over to the rugged case here, featuring similar packaging, and the case with a similar but more rugged carbon fiber design. It feels even higher quality here, and stealth with sort of this all black design on it, but of course all the same features. The great thing about RokForm is the accessories system that also works with it, both MagSafe and RokLock. So for MagSafe accessories, they sent over a couple of things. The magnetic sport ring with a stand, a simple accessory that attaches to your phone and pops out for a stand, or of course a grip for your phone. It's sleek but super powerful, and you can add in that RokForm magnet inside to make it even stronger than traditional MagSafe. They also included my favorite accessory, the wallet with stand that looks like the best of all MagSafe wallets in my opinion. It has a built-in stand to easily prop up your phone, but it also expands to allow up to 7 cards and 3 bills. Again, add in that magnet plug and it's so much more secure than MagSafe. I love this thing, I highly recommend it. So that's MagSafe, but then you get to the RokLock accessories that are built to work with these cases with a twist locking system, like the suction phone mount that you can use in the car for secure mounting. Or if you bike, the over-the-top bike mount securely mounts your phone to the handlebars. I cannot express how durable this whole thing feels, and if you've spent this much money on a phone, the RokForm accessories are incredible to protect it, but really this is the top choice if you care about that RokLock system for a more secure grip if you are on the go, biking, or something like that. I will leave links in the description if you want to check out this case and these accessories. Next up, we've got Rhinoshield, an extremely premium brand with great textures and color palettes every single year. We've got their clear case and the solid X case in green. Starting with the clear case, this case has noticeable angles and reflections that make it look really polished and premium, elevating what a simple clear case can be. On the sides, you get frosted buttons that feel raised and are extremely premium. On the camera control, we've got a glass cover that comes in black and looks great. The bottom has port cutouts that are wide and compatible with any USB-C charger. Putting the phone in the case, one thing I love about these cases is that you still get to see the edges of your phone on the inside. So if you like seeing the blue color of the rim of the front of your phone, you still get to see that through this case. On the sides, you can see how the buttons accent the case in the frosted color. And then on the back, I love how it gives a bordered effect that looks great. One interesting choice here is to leave the camera bump fully open, even around the flash. I thought they would only have a little circle cutout for the flash, but instead leaving it a fully exposed square of the phone. It's still well protected, but I wonder why they went with this design choice. Overall, it's a great clear case, and I think they made a lot of awesome choices that make it feel unique. Next up, we've got the solid X case in seaweed green. Putting the phone in the case, let me know if you guys like the contrast with the blue iPhone. The back of this case comes in a nano textured pattern, and the edges curve, effectively changing the shape of your phone, but it feels really comfortable to hold overall. We've got the same raised camera bump from the clear case, including a complete square cutout here. Moving to the side, we get the color matched buttons, with indentation on the action button and subtle Rhinoshield branding that also doubles as added grip to the side of the phone in a very convenient way. On the other side, we get a camera control cover with similar indentation. It's really a sleek case, and I love the textured finish here. You can see from the front just how much reinforced padding they have here, as the borders are really thick. It's a stylish case, but also a really protective case, and frankly, I'm not afraid of accidentally dropping this thing when using it. Let me know in the comments if you guys like Rhinoshield cases, and if you prefer the clear case or the solid X case, and if you want to see more Rhinoshield on the channel. Next up, we've got CaseKoo, and I've been really impressed with their lineup this year. We've got 2 of their Magic Stand Pro cases in black matte and clear finishes. Starting with the clear case, this is the Crystal Clear Stand Pro case, a simple clear case, but again, there's a lot of really great choices going on here, coming with a clear finish, and then similar to ESR, a patterned finish along the sides, top and bottom. Looking at the phone in the case, you can see just how clear the case is. They say this is polished electroplated, making it anti-yellowing over time and easy to clean. It definitely feels thick and overall durable. We've got a ring around the camera bump for protection. On the sides, we have buttons that are covered and still feel really clicky. The action button here is a cutout to still allow for pass-through, which doesn't really bother me at all, but let me know if you guys prefer a fully covered camera control in the comments. On the sides, you'll see slight ridges at points where you naturally rest your fingers, which add a subtle grip to the overall case, and the same in landscape mode, which I thought was a great touch. But then you get to the headline feature, the Magic Stand. This is MagSafe compatible, but it also pops out to become a stand. The stand is posable, allowing for 10 to 170 degree flexibility, and it can spin 360 degrees while locking into place at designated turns. It can also be a grip to hold your phone, and it's all around really handy. I said this in my last cases video, but I'm really surprised just how premium this stand is. I think they've put a lot of work into making this a great, simple stand, and it folds away for what looks like an unassuming MagSafe ring. They did a great job on this one. Next up, we've got the Matte Black Magic Stand Pro case. This one follows the same inspiration on design, but completely changes the materials. Because now you're getting a frosted back, a black magic stand, and matte sides for that overall more premium feel. I love both of these finishes, but let me know if you guys prefer the black option or the clear option down in the comments. Next up, we've got MagBak with the new Elite case. This is the black option included, and it comes with an applicator case that helps you apply the screen protector really easily. This case also looks like a simple black case, but there's more than meets the eye to it. With the phone inside, you can see a protective camera bump. On the sides, you get shiny protective buttons that look great, and a cover for camera control that allows for touch and pressure sensitivity. On the back, you get MagSafe functionality. You also get a built-in kickstand to prop it up anywhere. And when you pick it up, there's a built-in finger loop that when used allows you to prop your finger on a cushioned port that acts as a protective layer and also a pillow. The case comes with what they call the MagStick, a super strong magnet system that can work as a car or wall mount for your phone in a variety of different orientations, which is way stronger than MagSafe. It also has built-in magnets that are really strong and allow you to stick it to any metal surface, which is a highly underrated feature and something nobody else is doing. But on top of all of that, the grips, the camera ring, and the ports, and the finger loop are all interchangeable with a variety of color kits. So you can easily swap from one accent pack to another, making your phone and your case feel uniquely yours. It's such an amazing modular approach that nobody else is doing, and it's super easy to just pop out and change these colors in any way that you want. I really love this, it's super unique. I also noticed this year they have a clear option and a classic option that doesn't have the grips or the color changes. Let me know what you guys think about this Elite case and if you think it's worth picking up or if you want longer reviews on all of the MagBak cases and not just the Elite. Next up, we've got NOMAD, a longtime brand on the channel. I've bought their products for years, even before I was doing tech reviews, always producing quality cases. This year I've got the modern leather case in black and brown and the modern folio in black and brown. Starting with the modern leather case, this is the brown option coming in a full grain leather, a black ring around the camera bump, but unlike competitors, it has a TPU bumper around the sides, which give it 8-foot drop protection. It's an extremely high quality feeling case and adds grip to the sides of the case, which I love. But my favorite part about NOMAD cases is the buttons, which are made of an engraved metal for added texture. They are hands down the most premium buttons out of all of the cases we've seen, with MOFT being a close second. I love the way that these feel. On the bottom, we have cutouts for the ports and speakers. Looking at the phone in the case, it's really premium looking, and one of my favorite cases to use full time. We have the black variant here, which was the same leather grain finish, but of course in black, and the same TPU edges and bottoms. Let me know which of these two finishes you prefer in the comments. Next up, we have the modern leather folio, a wraparound case with a front cover entirely made of leather. What's interesting about these folio cases is all of the moving parts that need to be addressed, and NOMAD did a great job here. Like the fold, which needs to be a high quality or it could break, they've reinforced it here at various points. I've used these a lot and I've never had one tear over years. Then you get to the cover that faces the screen, which is felt as to not damage the screen. They've added 3 card slots on the front, along with a separate compartment tucked to behind for added storage. Looking at the actual case, you're getting essentially the same modern leather case, TPU sides, metal engraved buttons, and a leather back. One great thing here is that it also comes with a removable magnetic clamp, which you can just slide through and it can wrap around if you want it to be able to clamp shut, and you can remove it if you want that more slim, low profile. Looking at the same case in a black finish, you can see it has all of the same features and a sleek profile. Let me know which of these finishes you prefer in the comments, brown or black. Next up, we've got Andar. This is the Aspen, their signature leather case that I love every single year. This is the stone gray option. Putting the phone inside, you can see how it looks paired with the blue phone. Andar always wraps their cases with leather along the sides, leading to a more cohesive look as it extends to the buttons. And speaking of the buttons, again, we've got a proper button for the camera control, which all brands seem to be doing this year, which is awesome. We've got subtle Andar branding on the sides of the case and cutouts for the ports. Overall, I really like the look of this case, the stone gray color, but the sides of the case actually feel a little slippery to me, and I wish there was either a different texture or a different material on the borders of the phone. That's, of course, just a personal preference, but otherwise, it's an awesome looking case. It's minimal, sophisticated, one of the best leather cases that you can get, Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, because Andar isn't just a case accessories brand, they also sent over the Kickback in Stone Gray, which is their MagSafe wallet, coming in a folding kickstand. It's leather, it's got a shiny metal hinge to it. On the back, we've got a black strap, and it has a card hold slot fitting up to 3 cards at once. It's really premium, it folds to any set angle, and it perfectly matches your case, which is a great touch. If you like leather products, and in particular leather cases that wrap around the phone, Andar is a great choice, especially in this stone gray finish. So we just went over a lot of different brands, and I always like to end off by choosing some of my favorites from everything that we saw. My top overall case in the lineup was the MOFT Snap case, made of vegan leather and felt extremely premium. I think they did a great job with the overall premium buttons here, and the whole thing is both stylish and also slim. My second choice here was the NOMAD leather case, because it's premium leather, but with the added TPU bumper that makes it feel less slippery than other cases that are out there. My third choice would be the Rhinoshield Solid X case, because I love the texture and the rounding of the case to give it that unique feel. Although seaweed green wouldn't be my first choice for the blue phone, they have so many great color options to choose from that can accent your phone better. In terms of completely clear cases, we saw Apple, ESR, TAC, and Rhinoshield. TAC was the thinnest option but didn't cover the buttons. It's the best choice if you want slim, low profile. Next, I would choose ESR because of the added stash stand and the MagSafe reinforcement. Apple still, of course, had the most premium finish that also wasn't silicone. Now, if you made it this far into the video, let me know which of these cases that you liked most out of the entire lineup. Also, if there's a brand that you didn't see, mention it below so that I can follow up with a YouTube Shorts of that brand. Thanks to all of the brands who sponsored this video, and of course to you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.